Okay, so they've been sitting in the salt water for about 24 hours now. And now you can see how white they are. That's the primeness of the hide coming out of them. And you can see all those little pieces of fat that you missed. So yeah, what you're gonna do now is just grab them by the face, just wring out as much of that salt water as you can. And then you can snap them a few times if you want. I'm just gonna do that to them. So yeah, just do that to all your animals. I wrung as much salt water out as I could out of them, so now I'm gonna rinse them off in this clear water. Okay, so these have been rinsed off in the clear water, and I snap dried them, and then I just hung them up off the ceiling, and I'm gonna let them hang here for 24 hours, and then I'll get back with you and tell you guys the next step. Okay, so it's been 24 hours now. These coons have been hanging up here, and all I'm gonna do now is, let's see, this one. Take them down, I'll roll them down on a flat surface, and then, give me a second. And then I've got my drill here, and I've got a wire wheel on there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over them, and wherever there's tough membrane and stuff, I'm just gonna go through with this and bust it off as good as I can. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is take my drill here and just go over them. And there we go, this one's done. All I do on the coons really is just on the face, around the face a little bit, and then the back of the neck where it's real tough, and then if it needs it, I'll do the legs. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna do to all 15 of these coons, and I'll get back with you once I'm done with that. So I just got done running the wire wheel over all these, and I just put them back in this tote. I'm gonna give them one real good last washing, and I'm gonna use some Dawn on them. So also, unless you smoke these things, which I don't, this will be the last bath they ever get after they get tanned. So make sure you wash them good and get as much grease and dirt or whatever that's on there, get it all washed off. So yeah. Okay, so I've washed these coons twice now in Dawn and then rinsed them all off in clear water. And now all I'm gonna do is the exact same thing I did yesterday. I'm just gonna pull them back inside out and just hang them up off the ceiling. So okay, I got all my coons hanging up here again, and I'm just gonna let them dry for 24 more hours, and then we can move on to the next step. Okay, so these coons have been hanging up for not quite 24 hours, but just about. But you don't want them super dry. You want them somewhat dry, but not completely dried out. You want to be able to bring them back inside out, so keep that in mind. Okay, so we're almost to the final step of the tanning process. All we're gonna do now is, I've got this high tanning formula, Deer Hunters and Trappers. Just this orange bottle tanning solution, they call it. Here's the instructions if you wanna read theirs. But yeah. It says heat it up in hot water, but I've tanned countless coons and other hides without heating this bottle up, so I don't really think you need to. But all you're doing in this step is taking it, and how I like to do it is squirt some on the hide and then wear a glove, of course, and then rub it in there as good as you can. Some people take like those little foam brushes and take that brush and kind of just paint it onto the coons, but I've just found it easier if I just rub it in by hand. So I'm gonna do that to all my coons, and then I'll get back with you guys. Okay, I thought I'd just show you guys what I was doing. So first I'm going to put some of these gloves on so I don't accidentally tan my hide. Alright, so just kind of lay your hide out like this. Now I just take my tanning solution, put some on his face, all over his body. This is just like the first salting process. You just want to get this stuff everywhere and really rub it in. You want every bit tanned. Whatever you don't get will more than likely rot. So make sure you get it all. There we go. Now, just reaching up in here, I'm going to pull him back through himself. I kind of let these go too long on accident, so I'm going to use this pair of pliers here and grab onto his nose. There we go. And then I'm just going to hang him back up for 24 hours, just like I did yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and do this to all my other coons, and then I'll get back. So I've got these things all covered in the tanning solution, and I pulled them back inside out. Well, the fur out, you get what I'm saying. And I just put this fan on them so they dry out a little bit. So yeah, I'll come back to these in 24 hours.